See, my brother, the man is trying to keep us out of pro fishing. They don't want us pulling up in our bass boats with the rims on the trailers and the Gucci and the Louis Vuitton interior and the solid gold fishing rods. What's up, YouTube? Thank y'all for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Remember to turn on the bell notifications if you're not already subscribed. And here we are with a controversial topic. They say, oh, you playing the race card, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, whatever your opinions are, and whatever your opinions are, make sure you drop them in the comment section, right? So, are there any blacks in pro fishing? Yeah, there are. Couple guys that I know of, and I always wondered, why aren't there many more? And I had somebody I wanted to ask about this, so y'all check it out.
Where would I start? Well, first of all, they're lazy, good-for-nothing tricksters, crack-smoking.
Well, certainly not the answer I was looking for, but okay. So, as I mentioned, there are blacks in pro fishing. Two guys in particular that I know of do really well in the tournaments and got a lot of endorsements, a lot of sponsors. Brian Latimer and Mark Daniels Jr. Good guys, man. Mark is from the West Coast, and Brian Latimer is from South Carolina. So there are blacks in pro fishing, no doubt about that. Now, is it some grand scheme to keep other black people out of pro fishing? I don't think so. I think those leagues would certainly welcome more black people into the league, because I kind of liken it to when Tiger Woods first came and golf, the ratings of golf went through the roof, right? And I think that they would love more black people in pro fishing, the owners of those leagues. Now, with the other people, maybe other fishermen that are not black, have a problem with it, I'm sure they probably would, you know, especially here in the South. But things are progressing, because you got some Japanese guys. They come over here. They win a lot of those tournaments. So it's really, if it's anything said, it's probably said behind closed doors, probably as it should be, because everybody entitled to like who they like, feel however they feel. But when you get to expressing that publicly and trying to hurt feelings and this inferiority, superiority complex, to me, that's when it's a problem. Because personally, people don't have to like us, and that's okay. But liking me and treating me a certain way is something totally different, you know? So, yeah, I think the owners of those leagues would love to have more blacks in pro fishing. That's just my opinion. If y'all feel differently, like I said, put it in the comment section and we can have a further discussion about it. Maybe if it's enough comments, I'll do another video and we can address some of the opinions that were in the comment section. But yeah, I think it could be more. And what I think those leagues should try to cater more to blacks, you know, just to generate more money, just to generate more TV time and stuff like that. Because look at other sports. And I'm not saying we're the best at sports or whatnot, but what I'm saying is you really can't have a sport without having us in it. Now, you can look at hockey and say, yeah, you know, the Wayne Gretzky's and the stuff like that. It's not, I don't know of one brother that ever, I think it was one, to ever play hockey on a competitive level, on a high competitive level. But stuff like fishing, man, it's something we all been doing since we was kids, you know. Now, bass fishing is kind of something different. It's a whole nother animal within itself, you know. So I think those people who own those leagues should cater more to the black audience, and some of these guys out here will go invest in bass boats and all the electronics and everything that you basically got to have to be able to compete on a high level in those tournaments. Now, can blacks compete on a high level? Absolutely. Look at B-Lat and look at Mark Daniels Jr. And Mark Daniels Jr. is like best friends with, like, he's a Caucasian guy. He's like the Mike Jordan of bass fishing, Jacob Wheeler. And they just like that, from what I can see. Now, however they are behind closed doors, I mean, that's on them. But publicly, it's a great relationship. And I think their relationship is great for the sport. You know, that ebony and ivory cohesiveness. And it make more blacks want to watch. And some of those Caucasian people that felt the way about blacks can look at a guy like Mark Daniels and B-Lat and be like, well, maybe all of them don't do drive-by shootings, and they don't sag their pants, and they don't abandon their children, and blah, 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 all the other stereotypes. You know, we can't let them in our league because all the chicken and the watermelon would be gone. You know what I mean? You know, maybe it'll serve as to mend those Southern traditions. And racism is not just a Southern thing, it's kind of like an all over America thing. So yeah, there are blacks in pro fishing. Could there be more? Absolutely. Now, I'm not going to blame the people of those leagues for not catering to black people. You know, maybe black people just are disinterested in competing on that kind of level. Now, a lot of us got boats, and we got some electronics, and we got the type of rods and reels, you know, that it would take, but we just like doing it on a fun kind of competitive type deal, as opposed to doing it to where it takes the fun out of it, and now you eating off it. Now, in general, I think YouTube has hurt a lot of the bass tournaments, because most of all, a lot of those tournaments are boring now. Now, the one that Mark Daniels Jr. and Jacob Wheeler, I think it's MLF, Major League Fishing. Now, I like that. That's exciting, because as they catch the fish, they weigh them right away, throw them back, and they keep fishing. As opposed to the traditional 5 bass limit, all of that's kind of boring. I mean, we progressed beyond that, right? So there are blacks in pro fishing, no doubt about that. Could there be more? Absolutely. But I think a lot of us would have to get more interested in doing it on that level, instead of saying that they're trying to keep us out. Y'all think about it. And thank y'all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Maybe we can create a dialogue that it could bring more blacks to the sport, in turn create bigger revenues and create bigger winnings for these tournaments. So y'all think about that. And like I said, I appreciate all the support y'all have given me throughout the month. Thank you for watching. Peace out.